Okay, in this video, you're going to start by constructing the perpendicular bisector of this line segment. So go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then rejoin once you have that in there. Okay, I'm going to kind of sketch what this should look like, but using your compass, you should have drawn an arc with the center here that goes past the center, and an arc with the center here that goes past the center of the line segment. So you'd have something that looks something like this. Except if you drew it with a compass, it would be better. I'm drawing mine without, and you can see it's not turning out quite right. And then when I connect the two, right, I drew it straight here, but it should have gone through this point. Then you have a line that is perpendicular, and these line segments are congruent. So what can we determine about perpendicular bisectors? If a point is on the perpendicular bisector of a segment, then it is equal distance or equidistance from the endpoints of the segment, right? So if we have a point anywhere on this perpendicular bisector, it's going to be equal distance from the endpoints. So we're going to draw a picture for that in just a moment, but let's get that word in there. So if I have a point on my perpendicular bisector, so let's show that this is a perpendicular bisector by putting a little box here and showing that it bisects like this. And then let's show a point on the line. Okay, if this is true and I have this point on my perpendicular bisector, then I can determine that this is true. Right, that this length is the same as this length. Okay, so the converse, you know how to write the converse, so go ahead and pause and fill that in. If a point is equidistant from the endpoints of the segment, then it is on the perpendicular bisector of the segment. I kind of ran out of room there. All right, so how we're going to use this is if we have two lines that are intersecting, and we know that a point on the line that's one of the lines is equal distance from the endpoint of the other lines, right? If we know this, then we can determine that this is true, that these are congruent, and actually we'll put this in here as well, right? So we already know this. But now we can determine that it's bisecting that other segment, and not only that, that this is making a 90 degree. That's going to help us solve some problems, because if we're given just this information here, then we can conclude that this is 90 degrees and that this line segment is the same size as this line segment. All right, so now you're going to pause and construct the bisector of the angle. Okay, so if you did that, you started with an arc with a center here. And it doesn't matter this radius this first time, but it needs to go through the two sides. So you'd have an arc like this. And then from this point here, this is now your new center of your circle. And this is the new center. You're going to choose a radius, doesn't matter. And you're going to draw an arc here. And using that same radius and this center, you're going to draw an arc here. I don't go in a lot of detail on how to do this because we've done this a bunch of times, but just a little reminder, and then this is what you should end up with. Something that looks like that. Okay, so now what does this mean, and how are we going to use this to solve some problems? Well, if a point is on the angle bisector, then it is equidistant from the sides of an angle. And before we get into that drawing, I have to explain what it means to be a point, right, and distance from a side. Okay, it's very important here because I could measure the distance from this point to this segment in multiple ways, right? I could go at any angle here and I would get a different measurement every time, right? If I were to measure from here to, let's say, this random point on the side, that's going to be longer than if I were to measure from here to this random point on the side. So when we're measuring between a point and a line segment, that distance is always perpendicular. Okay, so our distance from a point to a line segment is always going to be the perpendicular distance, so the direct distance. Okay, so I included all those words in there for you, so that way you can write it in your notes if you think you're not going to remember that. So now let's get a drawing in here. So now we have, if we know that a line segment is the angle bisector, right? So here we have a line segment. How are we going to know it's the angle bisector? We can't just assume it. We need to have actual congruence marks. So if we see something like this where there's congruence marks, then without being given the information, we now know that any point on that angle bisector, right? So we're given this information. We have a point on the angle bisector. We now know that that point is equal distance from the sides, but the perpendicular distance, right? So like this. Okay, so let's think about that again. Here I know that this is my angle bisector, and I know that because I have congruence marks. And when I see that, I know that any point on the line can be connected to the sides by segments that are congruent on both sides, and they're also perpendicular. All right, last little piece here. Now you're just going to write the converse, so you can go ahead and pause and write in those words and see if you can come up with the picture. Okay, so if a point is equal distance from the side, equidistance, from the sides of the angle, right? So I have a point, it's equidistance from the sides of the angle, and I know that because I see these congruence marks, and also I see this 90-degree angle, okay? Then it is on the angle bisector. So if I see this, then I can conclude this, right? I can, without this being marked, if I see this, then I can conclude that these angles are congruent. All right, thanks for watching.